Go ahead and fix some of the audio settings here. Oh yeah, that's fine. You'll definitely be able to hear me with that. So I just had some work done on my foot. Just gonna be chilling. Just gonna be building some stuff. Not really sure yet what I'm gonna do. I think I'm just gonna start something. I have some like little random projects here. I wish I could switch the time of day automatically. I don't know how to do that on here. Settings, game options. Hold on. You know, we'll keep the day-night cycle in. Why not? Never mind on that. So, I guess first we'll start with somewhere good for building. I'm thinking right here would be like a nice place. Now, I like to build in either quartz or dark oak. I do not know exactly how that happened. I don't understand the physics behind that, but that was cool. Dude, I broke one block. Chill. Okay, well that's a good enough foundation, right? So maybe if I build in... Ooh, I have an idea. Okay, so I'm gonna start with some... We're gonna do like an all quartz, just because that's what I'm really into. Quartz stairs. I promise this will get more exciting as you see what I'm doing. I just had a moment of vision here. I know what I'm going to do, at least to some small degree. But I have to make it symmetrical, because if I don't make it symmetrical, it'll really bother me. So quartz, where's the regular quartz? I don't see it. I feel like this is like... come on. There it is. Block of quartz. Cool, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start some stairs leading inward here, sort of. I'm going to start with a set of 2. Probably going to build upon that. Then we're going to have to build outward here. As we break the foundation here, the sand should fall, and that'll provide enough of an opening, most likely. Yeah, see how that kind of clears out. So if there is no present foundation, we're gonna just build it with quartz. And if it's not even, we'll fix that with quartz. You can tell I'm very into this material. It's a good building material. Sorry, you're probably gonna hear a lot of clicking and clacking, if that is indeed a word. Controllers are noisy. I don't have anybody viewing this right now, but there will be people eventually, I'm sure. So the thing is, I want it to be kind of like a little central area here that these both lead out to. So I'm going to get like an equal distance between these two. So maybe we're gonna place the quartz so that we can count it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So then could we take a middle out of that? Yeah, there would be a 2 as the middle right here, which would be our pathway forward. So I'm going to mark that with that. I know you guys have no idea what I'm what I'm doing here, but trust me, it'll be good. Alright, so now stairs will start here then and continue this way. Nice. Oh man. My little bit of background with art school and stuff just really helps with this kind of stuff. It helped kind of unleash some of those creative forces in my brain here. They're not always firing on all cylinders, but when they do, it's quite nice. If I can figure out a way to hone that and use it in some sort of business sense, that would be perfect. So I'm thinking almost like an auditorium type thing, or not an auditorium, but like the old, what are they, like the Roman, like the places where they do the plays and performances and stuff like that. I forget what they're called. Maybe it is an auditorium. Or something like that. So I gotta make sure the stairs are equal too. I don't want to have too many on one side. So we're gonna have to square that out in a minute. So if this is our central block thing, and we have 3 out from the middle here, I'm gonna go ahead and build upon this. This will be our center. So that would be 1, 2, 3, and then the stairs would start behind me. Okay. Maybe that'll serve as like a fountain or something, I don't know. I may build upon it, I may just remove it. We'll see how it goes. I hate it when that falls on the stuff I'm making. Okay, so now that we have that, I'll create these equally distant here. I don't know how far they normally go up. I'd say probably like 1 block higher. So we're gonna stop there. I know the ground is uneven here, but we're gonna build upon that. So that'll all work out. Now what we have is this one pathway left. So we're gonna clear that out. Now I don't know if I'll round these together and have them connect, or if I won't. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clear the area out anyway, and then I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna make the stairs a little bit wider, probably like a 4 by 4 or something like that. You can tell I'm thinking very, very technically. I like very even structures. I want everything to be nice and flowing and, you know, good with the lighting. If you've ever seen my other Minecraft build videos from the Pocket Edition, you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm very much a stickler for that kind of stuff. Yeah, so this one may actually be a little higher than the others. I may not need that, but we'll see. Thing is, I do like how it naturally blends in. Thinking sorry, that's my family. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna do sets of 4 to start, because those staircases are a little too thin for my taste. And this will be really cool, actually. Hopefully YouTube notifies you guys that I'm even doing a stream, because it doesn't seem to do that recently, and it's kind of bumming me out, because like I had a whole following here, and they all just up and disappeared, and it's not because of them, but apparently it's because YouTube is not notifying people. One sec. Sorry about that, I just had to mute myself for family just for a sec. But yeah, anyway, we're gonna continue with this staircase building here. So we're gonna do like a 4x4, like I was talking about. I built that stair upside down. You'll actually see in some of my other builds, and I'll show you guys in a second, that I actually use a lot of really strange building techniques, especially with stairs. Stairs are like my go-to building material because they're useful for a lot of things that other blocks aren't. They're a good little like detailing tool, if that makes sense. So yeah, I almost feel like those are a little clunky though. We're gonna continue with that. I might bring in another type of quartz block into the mix. So maybe like select this right here. We'll do that instead, and then for this one we'll do that one. So now we have every type of quartz block. Now it is very possible that we could use a sea lantern as well, along with the white stained glass and the black stained glass. So I'm going to equip both of those as well. Pretty much everything else can sort of stay out of it for now. We do have one more slot. I don't know what I will reserve that for. Maybe we could do some accenting with either oak or cobblestone. Probably the stone bricks, actually. But we'll see. So I'm going to go to, I guess, decoration blocks, which is right here. Yeah, and then we're going to go for the black stained glass. There we go. I think that's black stained glass. Actually, that's probably gray, isn't it? Yeah, my bad. I'm not super used to Minecraft on PS4 yet. I've played it on PS3, I've played it on PC, I've played it on Android and iPhone as well. I own like almost every version of Minecraft. Which you can say what you want about the game, but I don't know. It's a good game for a lot of reasons. Good stress relief in a sense. Good just creative thinking exercise, I guess. It's one of the sorts of games that you can play to just have like a real mellow time, which on days like this, I really do enjoy. So we all have our troubles, you know, and it's always nice to be able to have something like this to just kind of relax with. So I'm thinking I'm gonna fill in this whole thing right now, and then I'm gonna probably texture it here in a minute with some accents. So like if you place one of these, for example, like that, it'll be like a stripe. If you place it like that, it'll be like a nice little thing. So I'll probably do a thing around the inner rim. I'm gonna leave like 1 block spacing, and then do those. Most likely. So that'll be really cool. Let me stop being an idiot here and go ahead and check my sound quality, just to make sure that I'm not being talked over by the music, sort of. I don't know why I didn't do that earlier. Just wasn't thinking about it, I guess. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into YouTube on my phone app here, and I'll build while I'm waiting for it to load. See, the reason I say that my followers probably can't find me half the time is because I think YouTube is giving me like a lot of issues. Like I can't even find my own channel sometimes, or my own videos, I mean, because they just won't load. But let's see, I got it to come up now. Oh yeah, no, the sound quality is good. You can't even hardly hear the music in it, which is good. This is exactly what I wanted. Alright. So I gotta make sure I don't F this up and like build off to the side. So, you know, like maybe I do the fourth here instead of the fourth here and here, if that makes sense. So that the staircase would be staggered and not equal with the others. That is what I don't want. I really wish I could get somebody in here. Freaking YouTube trying to mess everything up once again. Honestly. Block of quartz. What is... Oh, yeah. I think I'm going to do this. So I'm going to round these out. And I'm actually going to do something very strange that you probably wouldn't have expected. Again, I'm going to go with some alternate building techniques here. So I'm going to complement the stairs with sort of chiseled out blocks like this, if that makes sense. So it should eventually come to meet the stairs in a way. Like it'll meet up with them at a certain point. I kind of do enjoy the sand physics. They are kind of fun to mess around with here. So see how that just creates like this weird little accent? Like it's just something nice, if that makes sense. Like it doesn't really have any proper function. It's just it's entirely aesthetic. So I'm going to build onto that right there, and if I need to build into it further, I will do that at a later time. So this will also be a good way to weed out like what we need to change as far as the staircase height, because once I build this around, if it's not meeting up with one of them, that means that I did not build the staircase at a level height between all of them. So then what we know from there is that that I need to fix something in that regard. I'm a very, very technical Minecraft guy. I'm not the guy that just goes in and like builds random things. I'm very, very coordinated and methodical about these. I mean, I do build them completely randomly, but what I mean is that they're all like kind of math based in the sense that they're very symmetrical, and I will literally rebuild the whole thing if I mess something up in that way, because it just bugs the heck out of me. I don't like asymmetrical things. I am okay with off-balance things, like for example a building that is tilted like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, if that's how you say that. And I'm cool with stuff like that, but what I mean is if the foundation of the building is unequal and I'm like trying to build something equal, it just really bugs me. Like say I'm making a rectangular house, that's fine, right? But if I'm trying to make a square and I have one of the dimensions like one block off, it's technically a rectangle, and the fact that it is just bothers the heck out of me. Like it's just hard to get over the fact in my head. Very, very sort of almost I would call it OCD because it technically is, you know, it's because it gives me the compulsion to like go and fix it. I just feel like I need to. So we're gonna build this out like that. We're gonna build in some like waterfalls and pools and whatnot, some stuff like that to give it kind of an organic look as well. Almost something that you would have seen in ancient times, like a sort of tropical sort of thing. See though, if I have it there, that means I need to cut this down, right? Because then those are equal. And then I'll need to get rid of everything right here, if that's the case. Yeah. So we'll start with that stupid day-night cycle. Trying to get in my way. See, and I hate having to place torches and stuff because they're always going to be temporary. And it, you know, like I said, that kind of stuff just bugs me because it's not going to be equal. I'm going to have to go back and fix it, and I don't know. But look at that. That's shaping up quite nicely. And see, kind of what I want is just for everything to be accented and very, very, like, very fancy. If that makes sense. Like, the kind of feel that I go for when I build things like these is this just very grandiose, like, just this kind of feeling of, like, wow, you know? When you go in and you look at all of it, you just can't help but to think, you know, this is beautiful, you know? You just like I like to build the sorts of things that make you really think about the architecture itself and sort of come to appreciate it. Um, like I want all my buildings to be works of art and not just places to be. Um, Sort of like we have this really cool art museum where I live called Crystal Bridges, and it's just gorgeous. Like the actual art museum is like the coolest piece of art in the museum, very ironically. Um, and it's just it's exquisite, you know? Like it's really, really cool. And it's just a joy to be there, like not even just because of all the cool art that you get to take in, but also because literally everything there is an art piece. I mean, the building itself is just this brilliant art piece, you know? And it's fascinating. So this is kind of the excavation phase here. I'm gonna have to cut all this down. Considering it is sand, I don't need to do too much to get this down. You just hit it at certain points. The thing that I don't like about it though is if I make too big of a hole I have to cover it up, and then if I want to build later I'm gonna have these weird gaps. So it's not as simple as just digging into a wall. It's sort of hard to explain what I mean, but there is a method to my madness here, I promise. Yeah, this thing is gonna be gorgeous when I'm done. I'm telling you right now. Honestly, I love this kind of stuff. Like I do have kind of a strange obsession, or not obsession, but just fascination, I guess, with architecture, and especially like what is it? Maybe the Victorian style stuff and like the Roman, Egyptian type architecture. I'm also very fascinated by the Spanish architecture, and also a lot of Spanish-speaking places. A very cool architecture, as well as India. India has some crazy beautiful stuff. And my God, the vivid colors that they often use on that. It's some good stuff. So I'm actually not going to complete this. It's not going to be a big ring. What I mean is, like, I'm going to complete the building itself, but I'm not going to complete the ring around it. Like, it's not going to be, it's not going to have another one of these over here. It's going to be a wall. And whether or not it'll have an overhang, I don't know at the moment. There'll probably be like a tower on the wall, sort of. I'll probably build into the wall and give it more depth, maybe some lighting. See, the cool thing about stairs, I'll show you real quick. You could do this real cool technique where you um, where you build like a stair like here, and then you put one. I have to build behind it to do this. But you put one like that, right? And then if you do the same thing the other way, you can break that off, and then this leaves this interesting space here. Or you could make this space a little tighter by putting the stair the same exact way. See, and then you have these like interlinked chains here. And with that, you can put some lighting maybe behind it or something. So if you're building a wall, you can encapsulate it on both sides like this. So let's say you just repeat the pattern here on both sides. So you have that. You can build off of this even. That'll get you started for this part. And then you would, when you're finally ready to finish the pattern, you would just have it connect to a wall or something. So say this is the wall that it connects to, right? And then you have all that. And then you just have this interesting, like, little glowing thing here. Just kind of a light in between the walls. I mean, you have to build your walls thicker to do it, but it works really good with stuff like redstone lamps. I had this really complex wall on one of the builds that I did that was like 5 layers thick or something, because it had this wall with a walkway in the middle that was backlit behind the wall that you're walking through by redstone lamps. But in order to power the redstone lamps, instead of using the regular redstone stuff, because it just wouldn't work the way you might think, I actually got redstone blocks. So one of the blocks in the wall was the redstone block, and then that was followed by the redstone lamp, which was then followed by the actual pillar block, which is then followed by like an empty space, which was then followed by another block. But see, they were made out of stairs on those two sides, so they were a little bit more complex than normal, because I was letting the light through, like I was just demonstrating. And so it created this really interesting little scenario. And it was really, really cool. So it's basically like a walk-through bridge that's like completely lit up, but it's actually inside of the walls of the sort of castle or whatever it was. I had an old picture of it. I don't know if I still have it. If I can ever find it, I might edit it into a video one day and upload that so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, it was just one of those things where you look at it and you're like completely astonished, because you're like, when you think about Minecraft on the surface level, or if you've only played it a few times and maybe you've built like a nice little house or something, you're like, yeah, Minecraft is cool, but it's just kind of a kid's game, you know? I mean, that's really not true at all, because yes, there's this whole like zany YouTube community around like talking with a fake voice while you do Minecraft mod reviews and stuff. But there's also another side to it, for those that genuinely enjoy the art aspect of it, or even just the the part where you just get to sit down and enjoy yourself in that sense. So this is kind of a strange little thing. I think I'm cool with it. I don't know, it's a little non-symmetrical for my taste in a sense, but it's also not bad. I think I may actually stick with it, and then I'll have this be built upon here. So I'm going to build one layer higher. All the way across this. Now you'll sort of see what I'm going for here in a second. I'm going to start this maybe 2 layers in. I feel like that would work. Yeah, yeah, that gives it this nice, like, interesting kind of flowing look. Then we're gonna do another layer right here. We're not gonna put multiple layers deep because this is going to be a vaulted ceiling on the inside. But it's actually going to be properly vaulted in the sense that it's going to be one block lower than you think, because I'm going to do reverse stairs on the inside to give it sort of that smoother finish. But what I'm going to do here is I'm probably going to start in 2 blocks again, like that. So yeah, just give it this nice curvature. Yeah, that's actually kind of pretty. And then what we can do is we can give it like a little overhang at some point, like an accent like that. And then you can actually have the accent meet itself in a sense, so that you have this it's very like ornate kind of feel to it. See how much that adds just with like a simple little change. So then what you can do is you can do the same thing up here, if I can get low enough. I'm gonna have to build that this way instead, so like that. And then we're just gonna repeat the process, sorta, maybe a couple more times. We may not even repeat it again, actually. It looks pretty good like that. See, that just adds such an accent to it. It really takes kind of a mundane structure and adds something nice. The thing is, you can add stuff like that too, and then you have a more grand feeling entryway here. The only thing though is I'm not sure about that detail yet. I'm not completely sold on it. So we're going to start carving this out on the inside a little bit as well, just to give it more depth so we really know what we're going for here. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to give it kind of a stranger look here. So I'm going to have it narrow out a little bit, like that. It's going to go 1 block in at least. And that also gives an accent to that stair piece because it actually meets up with something now, if you see what I mean. Now, alternatively, we could also put one here, and then that stair piece would be like a... Ooh, I actually kind of like that. So that stair piece would be kind of like a middle thing for that. And it would have these just interesting little things here. Actually might like that better, I don't know. And we could just repeat that pattern. I mean, honestly, I do quite like that. We'll do that for a couple turns here, and then we'll see how that goes. And then it'll break into sort of a more vaulted ceiling as well later on. At least I think it will. I'm not completely sure yet. I'm still kind of riffing on a few different ideas here. Let's see. how does that look? What if, okay, this seems really weird, but what if I do a reverse staircase there? No, I'm not a fan of that. What if I just fill that out that way? And then do... I don't know. I don't know. Let's just experiment. I'm still kind of thinking that I want to go with that. It feels more right to me. So what I may do is just fill that in like that. Sorry, not with that, but with this. Now whatever we do, we're going to repeat on the other side, so we have to be careful about what design choices we make here. Maybe do it like that. I don't know yet. I'm not completely sold on any one idea. Let me build this out further into the other side and then see how it looks when it's symmetrical. Because again, it is kind of a big thing for me. And it will help me visualize this in a more compelling way. Oh man, Minecraft. Talking about visualizing things in a compelling way. Which sounds like nonsense, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, that sounds like I'm BSing. But I'm not. So here and here. So I'm gonna build in like that. Yeah, and then we have this like solid repeating thing here. This is all kind of nice, but it's not really what I'm looking for here. Yeah, I'm sort of losing the concept on this one for a sec. What if I do this? What if I do extra detailing for absolutely no reason whatsoever? Nah, that looks weird. I am not digging it. Not right now, anyway. So we're just gonna fill in the walls with quartz for now. We'll figure out what to do with them in a minute. Main thing that I want to do is figure out this archway and the actual overall path. If it could stop getting so darn dark on me, that'd be nice. So I'm going to put one of these in here so I can see for a minute. Oh, that's not even. My bad. I told you I didn't do it if I saw that there's a mistake. I'll break the whole darn thing. Hmm. There we go. And then just break all that off. Like that. Now it's actually symmetrical. I have a nice little thing here. Now the other thing that I could do is get this to match up. I'd have to do it backwards. And then what else? What else? What else? I don't know if I like that. Yeah, not really. But it is a solid idea, and I may use it in a different area in the build. So I think what I'm going to do here is maybe build it inward like I was originally thinking. Meaning that I'll have it... I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these for now. And we'll detail it here in a minute. Gosh, I seem like a madman, just like going back and forth on different ideas, and I don't know. That's how I am in real life too. It's usually a constant back and forth with me. I'm like, yeah, I want to do that. Well, next day, I don't know. I change like the weather. I really do. So yeah, that's off, isn't it? Which is not necessarily a bad thing, right? Because in a sense, I'm always looking for something new, and you know, I crave that kind of experience, like to really, I don't know, to really live certain parts of my life that way, where you know, I'm not like tied down to any one thing in that sense. Like with a girl, for example, I want to be tied down to one thing, but with like maybe a career or something like that, like you know, I want to investigate, and I want to, you know, have time and stuff like that. Like it's just nice to know that you're not completely stuck. One, two, three. Maybe another with like I don't know. I'm gonna build that in like that. See how that looks. This is a crazy build. yeah, I don't know, I like the adventure aspect of it, I guess you could say, of just life in general. I really crave two different things. I crave challenge and adventure. Um, that's why I like stuff like Hitman and Gran Turismo and Dark Souls and all that, is because they all provide different interesting challenges, and it's just very mentally stimulating, I guess you could say. Um, so if I build onto that like this, oh, that's not at all what I was trying to do. I was trying to get it right here. Yeah, like that. So I could technically build like a thing within a thing, if that makes sense. And then have it all be um, oh gosh, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Build it in like that, I guess, and then have it go around. I don't think I'll build it symmetrical in that way for the whole time. I may. Dang, dude, I need some viewers in here. I need my peoples, man. Where are all my peoples at? I'm glad I don't rely on YouTube for my income. God, that would suck. See, at first I thought that that might be like a cool way to make some extra money, would be, you know, with my YouTube channel and stuff, because I genuinely enjoy doing it. But the thing is, like, no, not at all. Like, that's not a good source of income. It's terrible. YouTube is a nice place to go to watch videos, but it is not a good place to get paid unless you're at the very, very top. And the thing is, it's not that you can't get there, and it's not that it's not worth your time to try. But what I mean is, for someone like me that, you know, at least when it comes to my YouTube stuff, doesn't really want to catch trends, you know, like in a business sense, of course, I want to be catching trends and, you know, moving where the viewership is and stuff. But when it comes to my YouTube channel, like, this is really just more about me in a sense. Like I didn't do this for money or anything like that. And so, you know, I don't want I don't want to be doing stuff that I don't enjoy on the channel, because it'll just be that much less genuine if I do. So I want this to really be like a nice little place, like a little community for people to just come hang out and spend time with me and with other people. And I don't want there to be some like weird artificial barrier between me and my audience. Like I don't want it to be like I'm some mythical YouTuber guy that you're never gonna meet, and just this weird like figurehead type character, you know. I'm me, I'm Brandon, and you know, I like to communicate with you guys and make art and make neat little things that you guys can enjoy. Um, Like, I don't want to build myself up to the point where I'm kind of secluded in that way. Like, I see a lot of bigger channels that just don't really get to connect with their audience. There's no, like, comments or anything like that that get replied to. You know, it's never like a, it's never a real community. It's just this artificial, like, every now and then they say thank you, but they never really reach out and connect in any meaningful way. I still want to do stuff like if my channel gets quite a bit bigger, I want to do stuff like charity related stuff. Because you know, I can make money in my own business ventures and stuff, and maybe this will eventually become a part of that, but you know, I definitely want to be able to help other people in any way that I can, if I can, you know. And if I can use my channel for good like that, you know, that's something I could really be happy with, and you know, something worth putting my name on. So those are facing outward. These are facing outward. So that's, yeah, that's the same. That's nice and symmetrical. And we're building this huge, like, beautiful little architectural piece here. Okay, so I'm going to build like a ring around here. And that's going to go around the entire base. And then essentially at a certain point it's going to stop, and then there's going to be stairs. So we're going to have like an intermediate little stair break thing here. What did I do? I feel like I messed something up. Oh god. I swear there was a stair there. Maybe that stair wasn't supposed to be there. I'm going to pretend that that's the case and then I didn't mess up. So, yeah. We're going to go with that. Hopefully I'm good. See, and the thing that really bugs me is when people join and then they like immediately leave when they realize no one's here. It's like, how do you expect people to get here if you don't start watching, right? You know what I mean? Like if you come in here and there's nobody here, you get like all of the communication. You get to say whatever you want to me. You get to be the first one here to see anything, and not only that, but you get to kind of be the one that starts that little train of viewership there. And you know, like how are there ever going to be multiple if the first one always leaves? You know, because every time one of them goes, the next one will be the first and the only one. So if every time that happens they leave, there's never any viewership at all, which is you know, kind of the opposite of what we're wanting here. So, but I think again, people want to feel that like community in a sense, and they will leave if they sense that. I'm thinking that we could do some glass here. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I think it could be a nice touch. But we'll see. Now the thing is, I don't like to put like phantom glass in places. And what I mean by that is I don't want the glass like floating by itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it like a connected pillar here. The only thing is that looks too windowy, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't know that I like that. I'm very, very skeptical right now. This is going to be a long stream because I just really enjoy this. So I'm going to blabber on about all kinds of stuff and you guys can do whatever y'all want. Oh, man. Okay. Oh gosh, I'm putting him upside down. That's not pleasant. It's very funny. I have a lot of people that know me for like my physical art and stuff, but they have no idea that I do stuff like this. Or that I went and did graphic design stuff in school. Also, I'm not really digging that window look, just as a side note. I'm gonna go ahead and break all that. But yeah, there's I just like to make things, really. So, in whatever form like best suits that, I guess. That is something that I will use to my advantage in some shape or form. So let's build that like 2 out from the center. Gives it kind of a nice little look there. Can always round that out as well. Let's see, do I like that look? Yeah, that's pretty alright. I could technically do like a intermediate step there, because then it's like a it's almost like a middle step, if that makes sense. I don't know how I feel about that though, so I'm just gonna not do it. I'm just gonna keep the ones in the front for now. Looks almost like Chinese or something in the way that that's built. Now what I could do is I could replicate that on the other side, and that would be like a little filler thing right there. So what if every one of these was like a it's like a thing that went all the way up. See what I mean? Like if every other one of these was, or something. That would be really cool. So I'm trying to build this like really, really grand looking thing, like I said, and I mean there's a lot of ways to do that. But I kind of want it to have that just really kind of shocking kind of feeling when you walk in. You know, where you just are kind of mesmerized in a way. And I think that's a kind of a neat way to achieve that. So I'm gonna keep going with that pattern. I like that. This is gonna be really cool. I'm probably gonna keep building this for a few more hours at least. We'll see how this goes. See, this is not something that I had actually anticipated. This is like a second thought kind of thing. I'm just sort of adding to the design. But what I can do here is I can actually build in between like that. So I have this like interconnected pillar thing going on. And then I can just do that. And then maybe I can connect these inward, like that. Yeah, that's cool. I'm liking that. That's cool. I'm telling you, man, this build is gonna be some killer architecture stuff here. I just have to make it consistent. I gotta remember that. I gotta like really focus in on that. Like right here, if I didn't put that block of quartz there, that would have the whole thing up. If I'd put the stairs there, big mistake. So I gotta have that separation, you know, because it's gotta be same distance. There we go. It's so funny. People are gonna be like asking what I did on my day off, maybe, and I'll just be like, Minecraft. I did Minecraft. So which one did I build it from? Did I build it from the actual stair? Did I do that on both? Yes, I did. Okay. So now that means I can meet this one up with the top, and then we'll have the similar construction there. Perfect. And then we're gonna remove the sand here. So we're gonna make this meet. So I didn't quite do that on the other side yet, but I will. And then this is gonna go kind of underground and also kind of above everything. So I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm going to build it both into the ground and up into the air simultaneously. So it'll kind of have this cool effect to it. Now I need to make sure that this is only 1 block away. No, it's 2. So I'm going to bring that down to 1 block away. Each of those looks more symmetrical anyway. Which, as I've said before, is I do care about. There we go. That's interesting. You can probably just follow that shape up with the whole thing. Whoa, not what I was trying to do. Hold on there, buddy. This is cool. This is real cool. I like this. Alright, so normally, yeah, I have that. And then with this one, we should still have that same, like, block right there, yeah. Yeah, so we're good. But we need to fix that. Just real quick, we're gonna work on the rest of that in a minute. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. That's not too jarring as far as aesthetics go. It's pretty alright. So when you walk up to it, it looks like that. You have these weird things in here. Blah, blah, blah. I wonder wonder if you could do like a weird little mini curve thing. If that makes sense. Oh yeah, so the only one missing there would be that one. So if I put that in like that, I can repeat it here. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. It's kind of an interesting little design choice. I mean, most of what we're doing here is just bringing intricacy to something simple. And like right here, for example, we'll probably close that in so that we can then do some more reverse steering here. That's not bad. That's pretty cool. I don't know though. I don't really want the reverse steer there. Nor do I think I want that. Ugh, building stuff. It's nice, but man, it's kind of one of those things where you gotta be like super sure about everything. And you just go back and forth between being like, oh, that's amazing, and oh god, that's awful. Yeah, that looks cooler that way. I'm gonna keep that design. I don't quite like how it intersects right there. Like, it just looks kind of clunky, but it'll do. But then again, if we do the reverse staircase thing here too, we could do that on all those. No, 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 no. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that right now. It's very overly elaborate in some ways. But it really does have that feel that I was talking about. You just kind of like, wow, you know? I think a lot of people just very simply call that the wow factor. I'm thinking that if I build it like this, I can get it even with that other one. That could be kind of cool. So it comes out like a full thing. So it's kind of got that Asian style thing where it's got like the kind of layered thing that kind of equals out at a certain point. Like with the temples, how they have that overhang a lot of the time, and then they have the second overhang that may be a little bit shorter, followed by one that, you know, is taller again. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm not going crazy, I swear. Okay, so no, that would actually be one block further out. So I did mess up that backside. That's okay. If that tree would move, that'd be great. I don't like chopping them down though, because I feel like it often adds to the visual appeal to have a good tree in there. But it has to be a good tree. You know, it can't just be any random tree. It has to make sense. So there, with this, I don't want that look of like the halo around the building. I think that looks weird. So I am gonna connect it somehow, but I'm gonna connect it very, very lightly, so that it's not a not some weird like big distracting thing. Like maybe just with a block of this. Yeah, that's actually kind of cool. Dude. I love this game. There's nothing like it, honestly. Just the music combined with the atmosphere of the whole thing and just the freedom. It was one of those very easily lovable games. I don't get why anybody would ever hate on this game. Like, there's really nothing to hate about it, except maybe the community. The community can be kind of annoying. But you have to understand that they're like mostly kids, and kids can just be that way sometimes. Like, they get really excited, you know. It's not really fair for us to get annoyed over stuff like that when, you know, they're just being genuine and they're just excited, you know. Like, it's kind of a crappy thing to get upset at someone over. Like, oh, you're so happy. Ah. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of not cool. I could do like a light pillar down here. Woo! Not where I meant to go. And then do like a thing here. We'll keep that for now. I don't know if I'll stick with that design, but it's not bad either way. So it does provide a little extra lighting. But oh my goodness, dude. I like this. I like this a lot. Now what to do about that part, I don't know. We could just slab it up to give it kind of like an interesting little feel here. We can always try it, and then if I don't like it, I'll just break all the slabs. I mean, I'll take a minute to break them all, but it's obviously not a large problem, because slabs are small and you can very quickly place stuff in this just by holding the button. But I think this is gonna turn out to be one of those builds that I'm kind of proud of. And as long as my PS4 doesn't break like my PS3 did, I can kind of preserve it and show it to friends. And you know, I have this on record as well on YouTube, so that's kind of cool. I've lost so many great builds. I've done so many things on there and then lost my save or had it corrupted or had issues. Not on the console versions, mind you, but on the PC as well. I did have one get messed up on the console version because it was PS3 and my PS3 had an issue with the ventilation system and it got that red ring of death or whatever. Or the red light of death or whatever it was. There's no ring. So, how does that look internally? That looks pretty cool. I have semi-mixed feelings on it, but we'll continue for now and see how it goes. You can't really know with something like that until you complete the whole project, so, or until you complete the whole piece of the project, if that makes sense. Like the roof has to be done before I know whether or not the roof is going to work. You know, I can't judge it based off of its aesthetics if I haven't finished building the aesthetic part. You know. So. There's still something about it that I like, so I think I'll keep it like that for now. Okay, now on the inside. What am I doing? No. So I'm gonna build into this greatly. I'm just gonna break everything I see. Yeah, there's so much stuff here to break. I'm glad I didn't do an online game. Like, I really don't want people to come in here and try to break this. I don't think people can randomly join you like that, but still. Like, I don't even want to take the chance. Let's see how that goes if I just fill these in with the sea lanterns. How does that look? Oh, that's nice. Just that pleasing aesthetic right there. It's real eye-catching. You could probably throw in one of those right above it too. whatever quartz blocks we had back here. We'll just cover that up as well. So it should, oh, see, those are one block too low though. So if we can get this one higher, that would be perfect. The only thing is that connects to the roof, so we can't do that one. Interesting. Okay, well, we can still do the aesthetic of the glass itself. We just, if we want that look, we have to go one further down. So what we could do is we could do, instead of like that, we could do stairs. Yeah, and then that would cover up the rest of that block. So what we could do is we could still put that in there the way we did before. Just like that. And then we would just cover it with those again. See, that's too low still. But if you had it where the ceiling was being lowered or something, or no, that would work because that's not too high. So if you had that and then you had the stairs here upside down, that covers any view of those while still providing the light, and then voila! Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm just going to continue that pattern. Now we do have to go back up and make sure that the sea lanterns aren't visible from out there, but I don't think that they will be. See, because they would go like right here. Oh, and the thing is I didn't repeat the pattern all the way through, I think, right? Because I didn't do it up here. So I will have to get rid of that block, replace it with a sea lantern, and put the glass back in. There we go. Sweet, and it's still hidden from the outside. Oh, dude. So nice. So nice. God, if none of y'all have done stuff like this before, like, you have to understand how satisfying this is. To have something so nice just working so perfectly. Just look at the visual appeal there. It's ridiculous. It's gorgeous. And it gives that nice soft glow from the outside. It's like something out of the first Halo game, like a weird Forerunner place or something. I dig it, dude. I dig it. Let's continue this about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll start with that, and if that's too much, we'll discontinue it. But I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, so I'm gonna keep with the pattern. Now we're gonna have a lot of sand fall in, unfortunately, so that's something we have to be wary of. Not only wary, but a-wary. This is a terrible joke. I'm gonna shut up. Okay, so we're just gonna dig all this out here. Just dig it all out. And then whatever we have on top of what we're building, we're just gonna remove. I'm essentially building like a light bridge, which is really cool. But see, the thing is, it's not the bottom of the bridge that's lighting up, which makes it kind of neat. Because it's not like some energy bridge or something. It's just a kind of subtly glowing bridge. It's gonna look really pretty. So we're gonna go ahead and build these 3 in. So we're gonna do, and then do. Ah! Don't do that. Okay. And now that we have that, should still be lined up. Then we'll build these in. Oh, the thing is, we also have to build right behind them too. Because I forget that otherwise there will be a weird aesthetic thing going on with the, like you see in the cobblestone in the background. You know what I mean? That would be a, that'd be an unwise design choice. It would not be very elegant looking to have like all these rough looking blocks in the background contrasting with your nice smooth quartz blocks. I mean, it would be good if we were going for accenting, but we're not. We're just going for like a smooth aesthetic right now. So I'm gonna have to break everything back here, unfortunately. Now I got lucky because we're above a big like opening here, so we can kind of get away with a lot more breaking than normal because it won't fall on top of us. It'll mostly fall into the little cavern or whatever below. So that'll keep it off. My goodness. This is gonna be such a good build, dude. I can feel it now. I don't know why I'm calling you dude. Don't worry about it. It could be a girl watching, could be a guy watching, could be a turtle. It could be a turtle. Among many other things. I like turtles. It's my mom's favorite animal, actually. I think mine is still a white tiger. I just love the way they look, and you see that power and ferocity in their eyes and stuff, and it's just like, oh boy. Alright. Okay, so this is kinda cool. Kinda cool. Okay, so regular quartz, glass. I am like starting to forget that my foot hurts just because I'm so focused. Now that I say that, I'm thinking about it again and I remember my foot hurts. Of course. Okay. So that is like very, very aesthetically pleasing right there. You walk in just this gorgeous room, go through, got this big open environment here. It might be kind of cool to have like pillars in between. Like that. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah. I think I like the smooth transition better. I think I like it without the pillars. That's fine. It works really well either way. So then what we're gonna have after that is probably, well, we're gonna finish out these walls first of all. We're gonna have a lot of breakage there. I'm gonna have to get rid of all these. So how many of these do I have to break? Goodness. Of course the ground got lower there, so now I'm gonna have to break like all of this to make it work. Hmm. I'm only an hour and a half into this. This is this is crazy. I am thoroughly enjoying myself though. And it's kind of a testament to like what you can do with a very short amount of time in something like this. Like if you really have the intent to create something cool like this, you can just pour your heart out, man. Just do it. Good art doesn't have to take a long time. Like that's such a stupid misconception. People are like, oh man, all these masterpieces, they all took forever, and I just don't have that much time to put into my art and stuff. And it's like, so I can't ever get any better. It's like, just shut up and put a little time into it. Like if you want to make good art, just do it. Not all of it takes that long. And not all of it requires as much as you think. I've heard so many people will talk to me about my art, and they're like, they'll compliment it or something, but then they'll say something bad about themselves. Like they'll be like, oh, I could never do that. I'm just not good enough. Like, shut up. Yeah, you are. You just don't invest in yourself in that way. Like you just have other priorities. You know. So of course you're not going to be super good at drawing stuff if you don't draw stuff. You know. And even within that realm, there's people that are much better at it than me. And the reason is they put more into it. You put more in, you get more out. That's all it is. Same with like business and stuff. Like most successful people are the people working the hardest a lot of the time. But not just working the hardest, working the smartest as well. Because if you just put in like blind hard work, or just like, or if you just do your job, and you work really hard at doing your job, like you're not going to get anywhere. You have to do more than you would think. that you would have to, you know what I mean? Like, you're not going to excel at something by simply doing it. You're going to have to do it and go beyond, what's expected of it. Like with your art, for example. If somebody tells you, like, draw a dolphin, and you just draw a dolphin and it looks just kind of like a normal dolphin, there's like nothing special about it. What differentiates that piece from like all the other pictures of dolphins? If you don't have some kind of individual flair or style, or any sort of substance to it, it's just a picture of a dolphin. That's why I don't like this, like, all this new modern art stuff where they'll do really dumb stuff just to be kind of arbitrary and be like, well, this is a statement about how people objectify the different shapes, and they put their own meaning onto them, and I just really wanted you to use this to see how you feel about squares. How do squares make you feel? Do you feel confined? It's like, just shut up already. Like, you didn't make anything. You drew a square. You know? And not every art piece has to be super deep, It don't all have to be trying to explain the innermost secrets of the universe, you know? Some of it's just meant to be pretty. That's why it bugged the hell out of me in art class when my teacher would always be like, well, you gotta have this artist statement, right? You gotta tell me what it's about. What if it's not about anything? What if I just put my pen to the paper and decided, like, hey, this squiggle looks kind of cool. I'm gonna make it do this. And I think the idea that you have to have some, like, super concrete, like, pre-planned reasoning behind everything you do in that sense is kind of silly. And it really gets in the way of actual proper creative freedom. You know? I don't even hardly know what I'm talking about at this point, but sort of the point of what I'm saying is, like, it really puts a damper on your ability to be creative when people try to tell you, like, no, yeah, be creative, but do it this way, Be creative, but with the message. Build this thing, but do it this way. It's like my teacher's trying to teach me, like, oh no, when you write your letters, it has to be like top to bottom. Well, maybe I want to do them bottom to top. Maybe I write better that way. You know what I mean? Like I still get the same letters out of it. It's like this weird conditioning of, like, oh, don't be too different. Or if you are different, be different the way you want, or the way we want you to be. It's like, it's not enjoyable to live life that way. I desire to have control over every circumstance I'm in. I don't even know how I got off on that, but I still mean it, I still mean everything I said in that, even though I'm blabbering on about random crap. And see, that kind of stuff happens in the creative process too. That's why you gotta be kind of careful if you're like a high-profile figure, like somebody like a PewDiePie or something, because he could be doing something like that and just talking about whatever, and if he says one wrong thing, the media are just gonna, like, hit him super, super hard with, like, everything that they possibly can. One person is gonna be outraged over something stupid and be like, you're the worst person, you're evil. Because you got a bunch of lonely loser type people that are just out there to criticize other people and don't actually do anything productive or anything of substance, you know? Those are the kind of people you gotta watch out for, because they're gonna leech off of you, you know? You know, every step of the way as you're trying to create success for yourself, they're gonna be like, you know, they're gonna be trying to tear that down. And it's not that they're all ill-intentioned, you know? A lot of them feel like they're doing the right thing. But you can't let people like that get in your way, you know? I'm literally talking about like anything. I'm losing it. I blame the doctor. I blame I blame the medicine. I mean, I don't really, but it's just it's an amusing idea to be like, ah, doctor did it. Obviously, that's why I have problems, right? Not just because I actually have problems. The fact that I could be at fault for my nonsense. Ridiculous. Oh, look at how pretty that is, though. Like, despite all my nonsense talking, look at this. Oh, dude. Dude. I swear, dude. That's beautiful. That is a beautiful thing, my dude. Alright, here we go. So if I put one of those in there, I block it like that. Will that work? Or will it look terrible? I guess we will see. I do have a lot of things to say about a lot of different things in life, though. I like to believe that I do have some relatively interesting insight into certain things. Now, what if I... Hmm. No, 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 no. Okay, I have an idea. And my idea was probably terrible. I don't know how I feel about that. Hmm. It's actually not that terrible. In fact, it's kind of pretty. Dude. Holy cow, man. And I'm actually going to build a little thing around it too. With quartz. Hmm. Yeah, I kind of like that. Oh my goodness, I think my dog is running around outside. She is not supposed to be out there. Hold on. I'm gonna have to go fix that real quick. Give me 1 sec. Yeah, sorry about that, I'm back. Um, I don't know how I feel about that. Ooh, ooh, idea. Idea. Hmm. I don't know what I'm doing. I may scrap this idea entirely here in a second. I'm not sure if I'm completely content with it. Yeah, I don't like it. Screw it. Now what I do kind of like is maybe that. Dude, my toe hurts so bad now that I moved it. Hmm. That could work. I'm gonna stop talking about nonsense for a minute and just kind of chill and build. I think it's going good though. I think it is. I probably could connect it to some small degree, like that. And then maybe build it out like that. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Hmm. Hmm. I am like so invested right now. This is so silly. Okay. So I'm gonna build another one of these all the way over here. I wonder if it would be cooler if I did that. Or if I just did the whole thing with it. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Hmm. That's cool. You know, I'm still not completely sold on it, so I'm just gonna get rid of the whole thing for now. Yeah, sorry, building. I'll come back to that idea later. Maybe I'll come up with something that I like more. Hold on. I didn't realize that my mic wasn't muted there, but yeah, just showing that to my mom real quick. She's helping me out while my toes hurt, so it's very sweet of her. I got like a little inability to walk here, so I'm still going into my job tomorrow because I'm a good employee. At least I'd like to believe that I am. And you know, I'm just gonna do whatever I can while sitting down, and we'll see how that goes. Been keeping my foot elevated to a degree, but I don't know what I can do at work, you know. But I'll do whatever I can. I gotta be at work at 10:30 in the morning tomorrow with my toe all left up like this. I'm gonna have to wake up at like 7 or 7:30 or something and start getting ready. Probably tie like a plastic bag around my foot and that I keep the water off of it because it's not supposed to get wet because it can attract more um, different types of like infections and stuff. So I do like having that little extra distance around it. I think that looks cool. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna go ahead and finish that out before I get too distracted and leave without finishing it, because that is totally a thing that I would do. And I'm gonna build off a little side thing to it as well. I'm gonna build like a little place that maybe goes down here or something. And we gotta introduce some water eventually. So I'm gonna probably build like a separate level here with some water. But I think it's looking pretty good so far, what I do have built. I am mostly satisfied with this so far. Going for that, you know, grand architecture. So I hope that if anybody is seeing this, that they do enjoy it. And they also find beauty in this. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this out right here, and then we're gonna go back into working on the inner area, and we're gonna add some like waterfall type stuff over here and some canopies and whatnot. It's gonna be very like Roman-esque. Cool stuff. And it's only been like 2 hours. That's not too bad. When you factor in how much detailing actually goes into it with the stairs and stuff, it's really not that much time. It's not terrible. though. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I don't know if I'll build off of that right now, so I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna scrap that idea for a sec. And we're gonna keep doing that. I love this part of the room. It's gorgeous. Alright, now from here, what do we do? I'm thinking it should go up again. So I'm thinking we build maybe stairs like here, and then we can just do that for the whole thing. Actually, we will round those corners off because that looks better to me. No, it doesn't. See, I'm just changing my mind on a whim like that. And the cool idea that I can exercise here is actually having it like that. And then I can continue from there that way. See, you can tell that it must be pretty okay looking because the people that do leave after seeing it for a second, they don't leave immediately. They really kind of take it in for a sec. It's probably just me talking too much that's scaring people away here. No, I'm kidding though. Nah, but I totally understand that Minecraft videos can be kind of boring. But if I get a nice little screenshot out of this, that'd be really cool. So I'm gonna get this to a much smaller level here, maybe. Kind of build this up here. And if I can get that like that. Man, the music went away again.